tell y'all that discussion was lit. Oh my God. Welcome to Raw Talks TV. I'm your host, Lenore, and here is where the people connect to the story. Welcome to Raw Talks, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. If you're not a part of the family, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. You guys, we hosted our first Zoom call. It was entitled How to Cope with Singleness. When I tell y'all, we had the dopest panelists, right? We had the dopest guests, and the conversation got so real. We went on for like an hour and a half. So what I did was formulate clips from the conversation so that you guys can view it. So check it out, and then I'll be back at the end. Around the sun, the earth knows she's revolving.
All the time. All the time. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Mine is because I'm insecure. Man, this is some vulnerable ish right here.
No, you want to pass that and just go ahead and knock?
Hold on, give me about 5 seconds. Hold on, let me get myself together.
You got time today?
Okay, so I don't forgot the question. Inadequate. So I have always been a relationship person. So I've always been with somebody. And now that I'm not, like, I feel like there's a void and I'm not used to this singleness and the streets are not for me. And so I feel sometimes inadequate because I question myself, like, and I know it's been a short period of time, but I question myself, like, why can't I find somebody? Like, I know I'm a bad bitch physically, intellectually, all this shit, okay? I'm learning to know that. And I'm saying that because I haven't always felt that way. So I have to tell myself that so I can believe it.
I definitely feel inadequate most days than not. I mean, like Brittany said in my intro, I'm a single parent and I'm working on my graduate degree right now. And so I feel inadequate as a parent because I'm not spending enough time with my child. I feel inadequate as a woman because I'm trying to tackle on so many things and I feel like I can't handle it. And I felt, my marriage failed. That was the last thing about what I wanted to do. The crazy part of what made me so self-conscious about my marriage was because we have known each other since we were 10 years old. So when everybody found out, I'm talking about grammar school, high school, everybody knew that me and this person was together. So to come back and to realize that, they not together no more. Like, I know the reason why, because I had all of that stigma on me. So I was very self-conscious about my views of how people viewed me. I've always been, and my best friend would tell you, like, I'm just always that emotional Pisces person. I am that, if you want to go into, that type of situations, I'm very touchy-feely emotion. I feel like, I want everybody to like me. I'm not that type. Let's be 100. Everybody care about what everybody else thinks. Let's just keep it honest, because if you have to say it so many times, you really do care about people's opinions. And that's just me. And I'm going to be honest with it. I've always been that person to care about what other people's opinion of me was. And so when all of this happened, and now I'm a single parent by this individual that everybody knows we were together, it left me just feeling really self-conscious about myself, my abilities to be a parent, and now all of this stuff that's going on. So yeah, I'm like every other day I'm telling myself either A, I'm slow and stupid, or be like, girl, you the bomb.com, you better go ahead and get it, sis. I go through these emotions. So I think it's just something that you just naturally happen. And then when you hit that low, you talk to the people who are your rocks and who are your assistants. I go to my therapist. I had, and my ships can be the witness of it, that I just had this emotional deep depression. Sure, I had this emotional deep depression, especially about not being able to graduate and be done in December because of COVID. So it's just, going back to my therapist and getting that rejuvenation of trying to feel good and going back through all these emotions, just to try to lift myself back up again. So, but yeah, inadequacies happen every day, but you just gotta work through it.
Malik?
So I have a question. This is Q speaking.
Yeah,
so
Q.
I'm listening to the lady speak, and maybe Malik could chime in on it from a male perspective, but it's kind of like you guys take singleness different than men. I'm listening to you all, and I'm trying to understand, like, is it the struggles that make you feel inadequate? Is it now you don't have someone every day that gives you the compliments, or someone to just handle everyday tasks with, like, what is it about it? Because I'm listening, once again, I'm listening at you all speak, and I'm just like, do they not have friends? Like, do they not have somebody they can call, talk to? Like,
is that what you meant in the chat?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like, do y'all not have friends? Like, what is
No,
going on? Like,
I got
I'm
friends. I
trying to
definitely have friends.
that's not what it is at
That's
all.
That's definitely not what it is. And
For
Can
me,
one at a time. Who want to go?
when he said something about not getting the compliments and not getting the stuff, I didn't get that stuff in my marriage. So to say
Hold on. Wait.
I'm
One
gonna
at a
mute
time.
everybody,
Somebody
and
go
then
off
after
mute.
Morgan, just
Thank
put your
you.
hand up and I'll unmute you. Go ahead, Morgan.
Thank you. And this is just his question. Don't attack him now. One at a
We
time.
I'm not. No,
Okay.
I'm not.
Hey, Britt, I'm built for it. I'm good.
No, but just a rebuttal, like, to look for compliments and to have somebody to do stuff around the house. I didn't get that in my marriage, and to go get my oil change and to do all this. My daddy do all that. So it's not like I need a man to go ahead and do all that, because I can get my own oil changes, but sometimes I like being a little brat. So at the end of the day, like, anything I can have done myself. You know, I've gotten to this point of trying to release from my marriage and be who I am outside of my marriage, but to long for, yeah, of course, you long for somebody to be affectionate toward you. You long to get them, them cuddle buddy nights and all this other type of stuff, and to have somebody in a partnership with you. Yeah, of course. But is that the only thing that I'm looking for at night? No.
I'm gonna unmute Keisha.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, you have to unmute yourself now.
Okay, girl, here I am. For me, yeah, I do think men and women view singleness very differently. I'm a teacher, girl. I had to raise my hand. So for me, having conversation with my brother, because like I said, I've been single for a long time. I'm not like Chrissy said, she's a relationship person. I haven't been in a lot of relationships, especially not in my adulthood. And so for me, and I'm a social butterfly, everybody know I got buku friends, okay? Buku relationships. And I don't worry about getting compliments because, once again, like I said, I know I'm fabulous, and I get complimented every day, all day.
Kyle is FK. He is a single man pursuing his doctorate, a second doctorate, because he's already a doctor.
Oh, second?
Yes. And he's from Nigeria. He relocated here maybe almost 2.5 years ago. So I just want to get a male's perspective, 4 years ago. And I just want to get a male's perspective on how your single life has been going, just to share with the women that's on the panel as well as the men. So sorry to put you on blast, but you was another guy, so I had to, get you in here.
Hi, everyone.
Accent.
Nigeria.
Sorry.
So if at any point you can understand me, I know I have a different accent. So if at any point you can understand me, please just call me back. I'll be more than willing to repeat myself. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. So to be honest, it's not really easy, especially during winter time, because of course you have to go to your bed, cold bed and all that. And from my own perspective, I think I try to give myself like a timeline that, okay, I want to be in a relationship, of course, but I have some stuff that I want to achieve for the most part before I get into one. And then at the same time, I've been friends with a lot of people. And then for me, it's all about, if this is it, this is it. If it's not it, it's not it. So I'll talk to you. I would be your friend for a while. And I feel, and if it's not what I want, we'll have a discussion and then we'll probably be friends or pathway. So talking about life as a single person, I would say it's evolving for me, from my own personal experience. It's evolving. I'm trying to work on so many stuff, so many aspects of my life. Not like putting relationship on hold, but for me, I've come to understand. I've come to a stage whereby I've had a resolve with if it's going to come, it's going to come, but I'm not going to force it. So whenever the time is right, she'll be right there, and then I'll be ready. So for me, if it comes, fine. I want it to come, but it's not something that I would be desperate to, to achieve. I would just keep working on my goals, working on my education, my job, and all that. And then if it falls along, fine. I hope that answers the question.
Yes.
First off, I saw every female on here adjust themselves when you came on. Then you started speaking. So every female besides Samantha who just got on, I saw everybody adjust when she said double doctor.
I'm actually a physician back home, and then I'm doing my PhD at the moment. So that was why she said double doctor. Well, thank you.
She said,
I know I'm gonna keep it 100.
Sex, men choose to be in a relationship.
What was it?
Women choose to have sex, men choose to be in a relationship.
Yeah, that's a true fact.
Women choose to have sex.
I agree with Keisha and Malik. I am 41, finna be 42. I have never been married. My story, I cannot have kids. So for me, and I've never lived with anybody. So I agree with Keisha and Malik when I say, whenever God gives me that spouse, it's going to be a major adjustment because I am used to my house being a certain way, such as, and I'm an only child, so he gonna be fucked up all the way around. So I mean, just saying. But and as far as when you guys were talking about the inadequate part, that is the one factor for me. I fear that I can't bring to the table. And Brittany knows my story because at one point in time, I felt like I was not a woman because I could not have kids.
I've been in a lot of these convos and people get to arguing and it get real. But I heard a lot of people talk, but it sounds like everybody is really talking about getting to know themselves. And the thing with being single, for me, is really just getting to know yourself even more. When you get that self-love, when you get perspective of, you know what, outside of all this, I still got to live. I haven't heard anybody really talk about that. Interesting because, I know for me, I'm a wild nigga, man. That's just what it is. Like, I like to have fun. I got a lot of testosterone. I like to move. You can do that when you vibing, but it gets to a point where that get old too. And you really got to get into yourself. And it sounds like a lot of people I'm hearing on this call, are really getting to know themselves. And I think it's important that you do get to know yourself and just know yourself from a different perspective because really at the end, that's all you got. And shit, we are single. We sitting with ourselves anyway. So why not get into ourselves?
I told y'all that discussion was real, didn't I? I told you that it was lit. Like when I tell y'all, this was a great turnout. So if you don't want to miss out on any more discussions, especially like that, you want to follow us on Instagram. Instagram is where I post the flyer, where I post the media links and everything like that. Like y'all don't want to miss out on what Raw Talks is doing, especially gearing towards the end of 2020 and going into the new year of 2021. So I love y'all. Make sure y'all drop y'all comments below and let me know what hit home for you. So I love y'all and thank you so much for watching.